I need for this heifer, Miss Wanda, to keep my damn name up out of her mouth. Absolutely.
She's a hoodbugger. She's a hoodbugger, Melody, and she is a troublemaker.
What the hell is you talking about, Wanda? Talking about I should have stayed on Love and Marriage Huntsville? I let somebody just take my man? Okay? No, I got rid of a raggedy man. He a no good man. He's a liar, a cheater, and a deceiver. How dare you, Miss Wanda?
She only said all that, Melody, because she's a hoodbugger. Just like her daughter. She thought that she was a weak woman. That she would just stay with a raggedy man for a whole bunch of years. Like you ain't got no other options.
God told me to get up out of that burning house, and I did. I don't know why these people keep coming for me, Mama.
Oh, don't cry, Melody.
Mama, I'm just so sick of this. I'm just so sick of this. This heifer, she better be lucky that, hell, I left the show and gave you a job, because if I would have stayed on the show, you wouldn't even have a job. Okay, I employed your daughter and your son-in-law and the rest of the Scotts on the show.
Shut up, heifer. You and your mammy. Okay? I am so sick of you, and I'm glad that Latifah ran you up off your show. Okay? You ain't nothing but a damn narcissist. You walk around with your ass up on your shoulders like you're so much better than everybody. You and your mammy. Okay? Wanda telling the truth. You shouldn't have never left my boy, and you shouldn't have never left Love and Marriage Huntsville. What the hell wrong with you, heifer? You ain't gonna never see any more opportunities, okay? You should have passed the damn builder's license test for my boy before you left the damn show. You got a lot of nerve, okay?
Absolutely not. I don't think so, Miss Marlene. I'm not passing no builder's license test for your boy.
Listen, we are back. Make sure you like this video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. Thank you. What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New. And honey, I am back in the building. Listen, this time, honey, I'm back to talk about Miss Wanda. She was out here trying to drag our girl, honey, Melody, for leaving Love and Marriage Huntsville. And then she brought up the fact that Melody left her husband due to social media. How about he was a raggedy man? He was a liar, cheater, deceiver. Didn't you tell her on one of the seasons she could do a lot better than him? But then your raggedy ass followed up, Miss Wanda, the next season saying ain't nobody gonna want her but him. Who gonna want her with 4 kids, with 4 children? I wish you would make up your mind. But child, that Wanda, honey, she don't know if she coming or going. I think she's threatened by Melody, and she's a weak bitch like her daughter, because Miss Wanda, you got a husband and you got a boyfriend, okay? Why you can't just leave your man alone? Okay, it's giving pick me, girl. So you need to pick one of them niggas, okay? You should have left your marriage a long time ago. But I think what it is, you guys, is they see a strength in Melody that, they don't have within themselves, her and Latifah. So when they see Melody quitting jobs, letting toxic niggas go, okay, getting rid of bad monitoring spirits like Destiny, okay, they don't know what to do with themselves, okay? But Melody said, honey, not today, and tomorrow don't look good either. Get away from me, Satan, okay? You ain't put in on this, man, okay? That's what Melody is saying to the people, honey. And you got to be courageous. You have to be strong and confident and believe in yourself to do what Melody has did. So for Miss Wanda to try to dog whistle to her about coming back to, the burning house of a marriage with Martell, this burning house of a show where the people didn't like the woman, okay, where they tried every which way, every season to snake her. Okay, like they did that. She's supposed to be surrounded by snakes, but this is the problem, you guys, when you're dealing with people on the first floor. Okay, like Miss Wanda, they get accustomed to bad treatment, to bad men, to bad friends. They just get, accustomed to the rats and the roaches of life. They just, they think living in a burning house is winning. And Melody said, honey,
God said go. And that's what the hell I did. Okay? Absolutely.
So, yeah, Miss Wanda, girl, you weak for this. This is weak. This is weak woman's work. Okay, just be happy you got your job back. The star of the show has left. And they done made room for you and your potatoes, okay? That you don't halfway cook the right way. Okay, they done made room for you. You should be happy. You should be smiling like a Cheshire cat. Like, you should really, be in your bag. But instead, you run to the internet and run your damn mouth. Okay, like, girl, Miss Wanda, don't you think you're a little too old for this? Okay? And Miss Wanda going on and on about Melody walking off of her job like she don't have several streams of income. She's not, desperate for a check like you. She got her skincare line, her music, her movies. She got her own network. Like, Melody is doing big things, okay? She has her property preservation classes. She got a lot going on. Okay, like, girl, but yeah, Miss Wanda act like it's the 1950s. I don't think women could vote back in the day. Okay, she act like we in them times. Okay, where you gotta stay with a raggedy nigga cause you ain't gonna survive. Okay, and as soon as Melody got away from Martell, she tried to put her right back in that burning house. She tried to shame her. Y'all remember? Okay, when she got into it with her, Destiny, Kimmy, and Kimmy, honey, Kimmy took her ass through there, honey, okay? Melody took her ass through there. Even Destiny gave her a little run for her money because she told Destiny, honey, you got low self-esteem. No, girl, that's your daughter. Destiny may have some of it, too. Okay? But your daughter really got it. Okay? Because Destiny be in these long distance relationships. She don't want the niggas to get too close to figure out what's going on. And we know Latifah, honey. She Miss Codependent. She can't be by herself. Okay? Latifah got to be in the same house, same office. Hell, I'd be surprised if her and Marceau don't wear the same drawers, honey, okay? She my man. Okay? So, honey, like, what is wrong with Miss Wanda? Did they not give her Social Security check or what? Okay, I told y'all Carlos King, he loved people's honey like Miss Wanda. Probably pay her in food stamps, pork rinds, pickles, okay? A carton of eggs, some Chico sticks, listen, a lottery ticket, listen, bubble gum, now laters, okay? Like, make it make sense. Legos, okay? That's how he pay her. He liked people like her. He thought Melody was going to be a Miss Wanda, and Melody ain't got time for this bullshit. And she said,
God said go, honey, and that's what I did. Absolutely.
But, honey, it's a mess, honey. But, honey, she was shaming Melody, trying to make it look like Melody is missing out. Honey, Melody is the one, they came to Carlos King with with the idea for this show. She helped to give your daughter a job and your big head son-in-law. Okay, so it's just like, I feel sorry for women like Miss Wanda that are stagnant, that are pick-me's, that are desperate, that cling to the old and don't follow the new. Can't keep up with the times, honey. I feel sorry for you. Okay? Then she tries to take another dig at Melody by saying Carlos didn't walk. So that tell you who built up the show. Well, of course he helped to create the show. He's the executive producer, but it was, Melody's brainchild first, So, and she brought it to Carlos until she realized he do bad business. And this ain't just what Melody say. This is what Akeisha say. This is what So Gucci say. This is what Monique Samuel say. This is what Miss Winter, okay, from Love and Marriage, what is it, DC? This is what she say. Like, it's a whole bunch of people, honey, that don't see it for Mr. Carlos. So this ain't Melody just up on her high horse for no reason, honey. Okay? Okay, guys, let's see what the people think about Miss Wanda and her foolishness. Okay, so one person says, I would be totally embarrassed to have her as a mom. It's so sad. Another person says, the problem is Wanda and the rest of them are mad that Mel quit and she was their moneymaker. Yeah. Another person says, Wanda is starving for attention as usual. Another person says, I'm still blacking out Love and Marriage Huntsville. I will not watch this show ever again. Another person says, Wanda fails to realize is that Mel has outgrown the show and now she has built her own empire and is doing quite well. Another person says this lady is so miserable and misinformed. Mel was asked to come back. She made a choice, and that's her right. Peace is always the best option. Another person says Wanda is so jealous of Melody. Absolutely. She keeps talking about Melody to try to stay relevant. If they can carry the show, stop talking about Mel. Yeah, because it's giving we want Mel to come back because we ain't got no show without her, okay? It looked like, honey, Miss Wanda is scared. What y'all think? Okay, another person says Mel quit because those bums really think it's a job. They were only supposed to use the platform to help with their businesses, but now they think it's supposed to last until they retire or something. They are weird. Now that's funny. And you know what got me about Miss Wanda's live is she kept trying to indirectly mention that, well, I'm not talking about a specific person, Girl, we know who the hell you talking about, okay? Stop playing with us, Miss Wanda. Another person says, Wanda is so ignorant and stupid. I'm sorry. Just too much ignorance coming out of her mouth. Melody left to make her own way, and she is still successful. She is not desperate for a few nickels like the rest of them. She is successful on TikTok, running multiple businesses, and probably can still do television in the future. Child, now let's shake a bone and get the hell on. We got Nelly and Ashanti. Nelly says that he ain't changing no damn diapers. Okay, I told y'all he not really serious about that marriage. To me, they are two, artists that are not in their prime anymore, and it's just giving. We came together because Ashanti wanted a baby. She in her 40s. I don't want her to be a baby mama. Ain't that what he said? Like, that's just what it's giving. And they coming together to make some money. That's why they are doing the reality show. I told y'all this never had anything to do with love. Ain't no spinning the block. Don't ever spin the block. Okay? And Ashanti, girl, you should have, you should have been out there. You should have got pregnant by one of them billionaires you was dealing with, or one of them niggas overseas you was dealing with. Well, they ain't no niggas, but y'all know what I'm saying, if you know what I'm saying. Listen, you should have got pregnant. That's what I said about Rihanna. I would have had babies with the billionaires, and then if I want little ASAP Rocky on the side, okay, then I would have put the billionaires to a side. Shout out to Portia. And I would have dealt with ASAP Rocky, but I ain't dealing with his babies, having his babies, he in and out of jail, and I'm a bill. Like, how does that look? Okay, it wouldn't have been the queen, but Miss Robinson is different from Rihanna. Miss Rihanna says, honey, I got the coins. And when you got the coins, you can sign up for this foolishness and deal with it. Okay, listen. Okay. I like Rihanna, though. I think she has a great business mind. And I was a fan of hers. Not like Beyonce. She'll never be on Beyonce level for me, because y'all know Beyonce is my girl, my favorite singer, my favorite artist. But Rihanna was cute doing her little thing, honey. Okay. But it just wouldn't have been Miss Robinson. I wouldn't have been at no court case with his ass. I would have been ashamed. I would have been in the car. The kids wouldn't have been involved. Like, I'm not doing all that for these hood bookers. You can't stay out of jail, nigga. That ain't my problem. Listen. Now, in other news, honey, we got, Mr. Benzino. Benzino says, honey, he is sick of all these fake ass influencers. He said that they ain't influencing shit. Okay? So shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. They're saying that Benzino goes off on influencers and streamers. Who the fuck are they influencing? They not even old enough to know how to wipe their ass properly. Child, Benzino is giving hater, baby. He says all these influencers, they're going to be looking for jobs, real jobs. The natural progression of mental is taking place after a while. Your mind, even if you don't get tired of it, your spirit and your mind says enough. The creator of music magazines and digital platforms, The Source and Hip Hop Weekly, claims a lot of these influencers and streamers don't have much talent, and they just got hyped up, he adds. The days of these people are over, no shade to them. All they do is just sit in their fucking house all day and stream. How the fuck are you influencing anything or anybody? You are empty. You ain't done shit. You ain't done nothing. 90% of these influencers ain't got shit on their resumes. They ain't did shit. Ain't even old enough to even know how to wipe their ass properly. Who the fuck are they influencing? Ooh, child. It's giving hater, honey. Okay. First off, I'm going to say this. I think a lot of people that are not YouTubers are jealous of YouTubers. They will never admit to it. I think YouTube and Instagram and a lot of this other stuff, what's the other one, child? OnlyFans, I think a lot of people feel like, it's all a mockery and anybody could do it, right? And what people have to realize is if everybody could do it, then everybody could do it, but everybody can't do it. Okay? And this does take talent. It does take skill. It does take patience. Some people, they blow up overnight. We have seen, those type of YouTubers. But I do believe that we are in influencer culture, especially since you see so many damn celebrities on YouTube. Will Smith. Okay? He creates YouTube videos. Hell, look at Carlos King. Okay, he on the YouTube. Cardi B all up and through social media. She used social media to get, popping in the music business before she got on Love and Hip Hop. Who else? Like a lot of these celebrities, these entertainers. Look at Wendy Osefo from Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's a YouTuber. Portia Williams, Kenya Moore. Kenya, got fired from Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I know you say you didn't got fired, Kenya, because you don't like how that sounds, but bitch, you was fired. Okay, not fired, you was fired. Okay? Bravo said, not today and tomorrow don't look good either. That's why you're over there selling your damn dresses. So, girl. But, yeah, all these people, the entertainment industry is not paying like that. So, what you see all these damn people doing? Getting their ass down to the YouTube. So, do you see what I'm saying? They see that YouTube is a vehicle to communicate with their consumers. You have direct proximity to the people that are your consumers, whether you are an actor, actress, comedian. Okay? We see Shannon Sharp. Shit, he on YouTube. Okay, a lot of these people that's on YouTube, they on Spotify, they on iTunes. Hell, I'm on Audible. Okay, check your girl out on Audible. But yeah, it's just like, I feel like he's hating. You know, he's hating. And he's upset that he's not able to profit off of, YouTube and, some of these other social media sites the way some of these other people are able to profit. Okay? It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. And Benzino, ain't nobody checking for him. This is how people get. And I seen it when I was coming up. I actually had somebody in my life that wanted to be a YouTuber and they didn't pop off. And they tried to join with 2 other people and still didn't pop off and got mad that I popped off and was by myself and people couldn't even see me. That's talent though. That's skill. That's personality. You can do a lot with all of those things. And everybody just ain't got it. Okay? And I see a lot of people that try to do it because they think it's so easy. Yeah, that person doing it, so it can't be easy. What about all the days you want to give up? What about when the cable company cut the cable off and the electricity was off? And that person, you didn't heard these stories from YouTubers, they didn't know how they was going to pay their rent. What about those days? How they had to keep going. How they had to keep putting one foot in front of the other. How they had to keep believing in themselves when other people didn't. Subscribers left the channel. I mean, this is a lot and everybody cannot handle this. It's so much that goes into this. It's so much shit happening behind the scenes. My damn phone that I do everything with just died on me. And I thought maybe I had a couple of weeks, honey. Okay. With the phone. But it just died. It did what it always would do. And then it was no more. And then you have to bounce back from those type of things happening and keep the party going. Keep the people interested. You still have business to conduct. The show goes on no matter what happens. So, yeah, this shit, it's not simple the way that everybody think it is. But I have seen people, you guys, want to do this. And they have a way of criticizing and critiquing other people that are still in the game. They're jealous. They're envious. Because when he says things like, yeah, they about to get a real job. A real job is something that makes money. It's something that it helps to pay bills. This is very lucrative. Or these celebrities, they wouldn't be on here with us, man. Okay, so what the hell wrong with you? Last time I heard from you, Benzino, you was down to the Red Roof Inn with a tranny. Okay, he another one. They say they don't like these men, but shit, I can't tell. So yeah, he's upset with his life. Maybe the checks have dried up when it comes to him. So what y'all think about that? But yeah, I just feel, and then I do feel like some of what he's saying is true. Some of it is true. I don't think you should just do this without a job. You need something to fall back on. Nursing, the healthcare field is always good because they always need help. But whatever you are, whatever you do, hell, you can clean hotel rooms. Whatever you do, I recommend having something to fall back on because you just never know. Okay? But yeah, I felt like he sounds bitter. He sounds angry. It sounds like some of his dreams didn't pan out the way that he thought that they would. Let's see what the people got to say about Benzino. One person says, he is a deadbeat dad, poor rapper, and failed businessman. He has influenced nothing but how to get through life with no neck. Go away from us with this. Another person says, that's funny, I'm sorry. He is so jealous. Yeah, that's what it is. And I think that that's very convenient. That's the easy thing to say. But you guys, people be jealous that they have to clock into a job and work 12 hours every day. And you get to do something for an hour or 30 minutes. And it comes naturally to you. You're living out your dream. You're connecting with people. You're building a following. People get jealous of that. They get jealous, and it's not that they hate you, they hate themselves. They have not figured out a way out of the rat race. So they take it out on you. It's kind of like being with a man who you make more money than, He may date you, but he's going to always resent the fact that you make more money than him. You get to have fun making your money, and he has to slave his life away, So that's what's going on with these people. These people are bitter. They're angry. They're in their feelings. Okay? Another person says, I agree with Benzino. I am tired of these influencers. Another person says, I agree with Benzino to a certain extent. The type of influencing he's speaking of is mindless and does not have longevity. Having a personality and not leveraging that for a skill is not substantial. Even the Kardashians turned their nothingness into something tangible. It's how you use it. Even the influencers know that their time is limited. Look at the viral personalities. They grasp at straws to fit in a niche, before their 15 minutes are up. Another person says Benzino sounds like a hater, mad because he can't influence others since Sorts magazine was a thing. Another person says, I feel like influencers influence people who are easily influenced, if that makes sense. None of these girls make me want to buy anything. I only buy stuff I like or want to try. Some buy everything recommended. I don't like following these girls' fashion trends. I think a lot of their trends are ugly. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be influenced by everybody, but you can be inspired. A lot of people are inspired by my story of being a single mother and getting rid of my daughter's father, getting rid of my mother, all the toxic people in my life that were draining me and depleting me of my energy, So you can influence and inspire people, through telling your personal story, and some people may like you, some people may not like you. Some people may like you on this video, may not like you on that video. We can't really pick and choose, honey, what the people like, but we all can get it how we listen, okay? But yeah, a lot of people, they don't have the endurance to keep going with this, because this is a roller coaster. This is a life of ebbs and flows. You could be up one day, down the next. You still got to get up here and entertain the people. They don't want to hear about your problems or your bad day, or hell, you could share it and it could be content. It could be relatable. It could be you being transparent and vulnerable with your audience. It just depends on how you want to navigate, this industry. But yeah, I definitely believe in the power of influencers. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that, and I will check you guys out in the next video.